Scholastic Cup championship game. The drop and the draw. Back to the Trevian defense. Fed ahead. Into the zone. LaCourcia let it go underneath him. John Paul LaCourcia to the far side. Cleared up ahead. Eric Snotala. He got strong-armed off the puck. Eichelberger fed it to the far side and out to center ice. Here come the Trevians back into the zone. Dumped it in to the corner. Lutz took the man. The puck spurts over here to the near side and now cleared out of the zone by Snotala. Snotala bothered by Eichelberger. The two of them bump heads against the board. Picked up by Brad Parker. Brad Parker on the far side clears it ahead, and it's offside. The face-off is dumped into the zone. Brad Parker bumped off, now brought to the near side. O'Connor left it in the corner, near side. Schager gets it out to center ice. Kevin Carroll put it into the zone. Trevians have it. A little give and go action. Up ahead comes Ben Daverman offside. Daverman offside. Now put into the zone. Now, all right, back out by Cullinan. Cullinan fed it all the way down. That's going to be icing, and it is icing against the Loyola Ramblers. Both these teams come in with identical records, ranked number 1 and number 2 in the state. Identical records in the playoffs. New Trier had some trouble in the month of January and ended up finishing a strong second in the division. On the near side, heavy check up high Cullinan, and Cullinan's going to get a penalty for roughing, or it could be elbowing even. High sticking, cross-checking, any one of them. Sean Cullinan with the penalty. A minor for roughing. Got the hands up in the corner, hitting Ross Schager. And the face-off. No, offside at the face-off. Still not ready, and now they'll send Dan Lutz out of the face-off. Dave Albee, the linesman, sending Lutz off. Cullinan, Lutz. Cleared the length of the ice. Snotala had that for a while. Now Lutz clears it over here to the near side. Up ahead, Eichelberger. Eichelberger into the zone. John Eichelberger drags it over to the near side, out to the point, and out beyond the blue line. Picked up by Brad Parker. Parker put it to the far side. Now back over to Parker on the near side. And he'll just send it back over to the far side, and up ahead come the Trevians into the zone. Dodge Daverman, and then he lost it out to center ice. At the red line, the Trevians defense sets up the play again. Pass up ahead, now off a leg and into the zone. There's a shot and a save, and held on by Bob Deppich. As usual, when these two teams meet, a very large crowd. Better than 1,500 on hand tonight. The Scholastic Cup Championship. Offside at the face-off, delaying things a little bit. Now the drop and the draw, back out to the point. A little give-and-go action, trying to set up the play. Duffy, now shallow angle, Davidson, Ben Daverman. Daverman, right in front, a shot. And the save by Depish on the weak shot from Jeff Davidson. Davidson was tied up on the back door off the pass from Ben Daverman. Now the face-off back again over to the near side. And picked up by Parker. Rock Dudek will chase it down. Chris Duffy got there first. Duffy just trying to delay the action a little bit. Now popped free and picked up by Chris Duffy. Duffy put it out to the point. Back along the boards. A little give-and-go action. A little bump. And ran into traffic up into the skates. Out to the blue line. Held in the zone by Parker. Wrapped around behind the goal line. Behind the goal, back out to the point. Roger Lump, his shot ran into traffic. Now to the near side. Shot, a goal! Ben Daverman! Puts it home, and it's 1-0 New Trier Green. On the goal by Ben Daverman. Flipped into the zone. Picked up by Paul Yoon. Yoon puts it over to the near side. In the corner. Heavy check thrown on the boards. Pops free. Schauger fed it ahead. And somebody got blindsided, put back into the zone, picked up by Roger Lump. Lump puts it back behind the goal, puts it to the far side, and overled the pass out to the red line. And now the Trevians have it again. Into the zone they go. Ross Schauger, he overskated it. Mark Bobby brings it back out. Bobby is bothered by Adam Walsh. Eric Snotala knocked down the man, lost the puck in the process. Put all the way down into the Loyola end, and that's icing against the Trevians. New Trier is on the board with the goal from Ben Daverman. The face-off into the slot. The shot ran into Parker, a weak shot, and Lemaire will clamp and hold it as we have a little extracurricular activity on the end of that between Samus and Walsh. Nothing to call, though. A full house tonight. And some interesting people in the crowd. We'll try and get some shots of some of them. Notice some of the alumni here tonight. Two of the players from last year's Loyola Championship team over here to our right. There's a shot right off the face-off and the save on the shot from Samus. Yeah, right away. Down there, third row up, is Mark Giangreco from Channel 7. There we go. There he is, hiding back there with his son. Over close to the New Trier contingent. Now the face-off. Yoon put it back behind the net, over to the far side. McHugh bumped the man. Trevians cleared the puck out to center ice. John Eichelberger. Eichelberger worked his way in. The pass for Daverman misconnections. Aaron Benjamin out to the side, and the Ramblers had a briefly little game of catch. There's the shot, just boomed a little high and wide. Over here to the near side, cleared out the center ice, all the way down into the neutral end. Won't be icing, picked up by Roger Lump. Lump brings it back the other way. Lump, Eichelberger up ahead. Roger Lump has it again. Lump into the zone, centered it, ran into traffic, and deflected over here to the near side. Kyle Schellberg brings it back the other way. Schellberg dropped past it. Todd Vender the shot, and just a little wide. Chris Duffy fed it ahead for Michael Hamu. Turned out to be a shot on goal, grabbed and held on. Little extracurricular activity. Finley Brown knocked down Mike Hamu at the end of that one. Won't be anything to call despite the protests of the fans in the stands. Getting a little intense on this. And the Trevians wanted to ask why that wasn't a penalty. Put to the far side. Chris Duffy centers it. Nobody there. Brought to the near side. Kyle Schellberg. Schellberg brings it up the ice. Schellberg centered it. Back behind the goal. Towards the goal. And Bo Lemaire will grab it and hold on. There's some of the Loyola alumni. There's some players up there that last time they played, last time New Trier Green ever won the Scholastic Cup. Some of those young men were out on the ice. Don Kemp and Jim Pottinger. Notice Jamie McRae there, probably one of the best hockey players ever played for New Trier. And Tom Dillon. Back behind the goal. They battle for it there. A little bit of a hand pass. Fed ahead. Ben Daverman. Daverman put it out to center ice. LaCourcia puts it back in. Mark Bobby will go to the corner. Bobby put it back behind the goal. Yoon. Up ahead for Jamie Crowley. Crowley ran it right into Schnotala. Put to the far side. Eric Schnotala. Schnotala bothered as he brings it to the slot. Didn't get much of a shot away. Brad Parker with it. Parker on the near side and tripped over his own feet. Rock Dudek keeps it in the zone. And now squirts out to center ice. Eric Schnotala put it back in. Picked out by Brad Parker. Parker fed it ahead. Schager took the man instead of the puck. Schnotala came up with it. Eric Schnotala out to center ice. And now into the New Trier end. Back behind the goal. Bo Lemaire left it there. Paul Yoon wraps it around to the near side. Ross Schager puts it out to center ice. Kevin Carroll puts it right back in to lay offside on the part of the Ramblers. Now the Trevians have it, and they'll bring it up the ice. New Trier with the puck and the 1-goal lead. Put back into the Loyola end on that far side. Cleared back out to center ice, and then the Trevians put it right back in and right back out. New Trier Trevians into the zone, off a skate. Aaron Benjamin puts it deep, wrapped around behind the Loyola goal. Kevin Carroll puts it ahead, intended for McHugh, and that didn't quite work. Now the turnaround shot, the save, and held on by Bob Deppish with Aaron Benjamin in the slot. Face-off coming up right down here in front of us. The draw is controlled by the Trevians, but it squirts all the way back into the Trevians' end. Mad chase on, picked up by Roger Lump. Lump puts it to the far side. Todd Vender ran it into the linesman, and Matt O'Connor the rest of the way. The shot and the save, and we lose it up into the crowd. The face-off, the shot and was blocked out front. They kick it along the boards. The center right in front, a shallow angle shot and a save by Lemaire. Dudek puts it back into the zone, wrapped around behind the goal. Lemaire left it there, cleared out the center ice. Kyle Shellberg kept it in the zone. Brad Parker, near side, up ahead for Eichelberger, and he got creamed. Far side and to the point. The shot ran into traffic and cleared out. Here come the Trevians back the other way. Brad Parker had his pocket picked by Rock Dudek. Nice little poke check. Cleared out. And then the Trevians put it back in to lay offside. Trevians tag up. The Ramblers with the puck. Dudek ahead for Kyle Shellberg. Shellberg up for Todd Vender. Dribbles towards the goal, and Lemaire sets it up for his defenseman and didn't quite control it. To the point on the near side, put in the zone by Kevin Carroll. Dodge Daverman on the far side. Daverman fed it ahead and overled the pass. That's going to be icing, I think. It is icing. That's the Loyola contingent. .446 to play here in the period. Roger Lump fed it ahead and into the Ramblers' end, picked up by Kevin Carroll, now taken away. Little backhand pass. Chris Duffy with the shot, and the save by Bob Deppish. Near side, now cleared out to center ice and back into the Trevians' end. Trevians put it right back out. Kevin Carroll backhanded it ahead for Snotala. Heavy check right in front of the new Trier contingent, which gets a rise out of the Trevian faithful. Kevin Carroll can't get it out of the zone. Back behind the goal line, now put to the far side. Cleared and not out. Schager tried to get through the man, nothing doing. Cleared, back to center ice. Roger Lump. Lump ahead for Jeff Davidson. Davidson into the zone. Davidson got around the man the first time, didn't get through the second. Dudek, and he clears it out of the rink. Face-off coming up on the far side. And a little delay. I think something wrong with the clock was the delay. Trevians with a quick shot. Back behind the net, over to the far side. Centering attempt, that was busted up. Cleared out to the high slot. And McHugh trying to get it through to Samus. Now, Finley Brown tried to make it through the crowd, couldn't do it. Finley Brown had his pocket picked, and the Trevians bring it back the other way, offside. Trevians are offside. The Loyola Ramblers have basically been getting scoring from their big guns that they've been getting scoring from all season long here in the playoffs. Also, and that's that same group, Eric Schnotala, Matt O'Connor, Todd Vender. Everybody else really hasn't been doing very much. New Trier has gotten even scoring across the board. Danny Lutz, Ben Daverman, and some of the players that hadn't been scoring have gotten themselves on track. Aaron Benjamin and Paul Benjamin have gotten back in it. There's a shot just a little wide by the Ramblers. Ross Schager also, and Schager takes a big blaster, and the save by Depesh. And then a little extra push and shove in there by Kevin Carroll, trying to let the Trevian attacker know, don't go in on our goalie. And the face-off going to take place over on that far side. High school hockey on the Metro Chicago Sports Network. The draw is brought to the near side. Schellberg and Cullinan out to center ice. Fed ahead nicely for O'Connor. The shot up on the shoulder of Lemaire, picked up by Parker. Parker to the far side and cleared by the Trevians, and that's icing against New Trier. Icing against the Trevians. New Trier Trevians with the lead. The face-off. Coming up on that far side, the draw. Put back behind the goal line. Parker and Bobby, and now Parker feeds it up ahead and not out. Bobby put it in back deep. McHugh and Parker. Chris Duffy over there. Eric Schnotala. Ben Daverman kicked ahead, and Schnotala put it back to the point. The shot by O'Rourke ran right into the Trevians. Another one that it was blocked out front. And Dudek has it at center ice. Rock Dudek puts it diagonally in. Picked up by Dodge Daverman. Dodge Daverman off the boards out to the point. Rock Dudek. The shot ran into traffic again. Schnotala. And just deflected wide to the outside. Chris Duffy. Trevians. And now kicked ahead Schnotala into the slot. There's the boomer. And the save by Bo Lemaire. And then afterwards, a little pushing and shoving. Ben Daverman put down on the ice by Eric Schnotala. Right in front of Greg Stankiewicz, the referee tonight. Decided to call nothing. Winding down the first period. And the face-off coming up on that far side. And a little discussion going on why that wasn't a penalty. And it was resolved. Back behind the goal now, brought to the near side, cleared ahead, out to center ice, picked up by the Ramblers. O'Connor, he ducked down and lost the puck, picked up by Aaron Benjamin. Paul Benjamin couldn't get into the zone. Delay offside on the Trevians. And the Ramblers bring it out. O'Connor ran it right into Paul Benjamin. Jeff Davidson with the shot and the save. Not much of a shot, though. Little dribbler. Near side. Kyle Schellberg and Davidson took him. Now, Paul Benjamin and crew have a little to do. One of the Ramblers. A little get to know you. Now some pushing and shoving on that far side. Picked up by Paul Benjamin. A little give and go play with his brother, and that didn't work. Out to the point, held in the zone by the Trevians. Picked up and cleared out ahead as the first period comes to an end. At the end of the first period of play here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network, the score is the new Trier Trevians green team 1 and the Loyola Ramblers gold team nothing. We'll be back with more in just a moment. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network. Welcome back. We have just started the second period of tonight's action. Back behind the goal line, Bobby pushes it along, now picked up by the Trevian defense. And Ramblers push it ahead, LaCourcia, and it's stolen away. Dodge Daverman. Daverman into the zone. Daverman puts it to the far side. A shot just a little wide. I think Eichelberger got it away, and Deppish just got a piece of it. Dan Lutz out to the point. And offside. Or the puck frozen underneath. Now the face-off put into the zone. Back behind the goal line, Deppish. Kevin Carroll to the side of the net and pulled away. Paul Yoon kept it in the zone to the corner. Danny Lutz. Trevians pressing the Ramblers a little bit here, out to the point. Centering attempt, and John Eichelberger didn't know where it was. Out to the red line, now the Ramblers into the zone. Matt O'Connor tees it up and booms it wide. Back out to center ice. Fed ahead, Trevians trying to get it into the zone. Danny Lutz. Lutz centers it. Eichelberger dropped past it. Now there's the shot and the save off the shot by the Trevians from the right wing. Back into the zone, and then the Trevians feed it ahead. Overled the pass. They'll wash off the icing back behind the Ramblers goal. Center right in front. A shot and a save. Near side. Dudek. Up ahead, O'Connor. Todd Bender tried to get by the man. Roger Lump fed it back out to center ice. Right back into the Trevians' end, and Lump puts it right back out. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Offside. Offsides against the Loyola Ramblers. The face-off put back into the Ramblers' end. Aaron Benjamin back behind the goal line. Rock Dudek. Finley Brown. And his pocket picked. A shot to goal! Paul Benjamin with the goal. And it's 2-0, New Trier. 2-0 New Trier on the goal by Paul Benjamin. Near side into the zone. Pushing it along. Ross Schugger got blindsided a little bit. Cleared out to center ice. And back into the Trevians end. Bo Lemaire leaves it for Brad Parker. Parker puts it to the far side. Didn't get it out of the zone. Yes, he did. Cleared back in and right back out come the Trevians. Brad Parker. Ross Schugger. Schugger ridden off by Dudek. Jamie McRae, Jamie Crowley fit it in deeper. First thing that goes to the mind. Over to the far side, they shot, and the save by Lemaire. And they shot by Mark Bobby, a little push at the end of the play, a little extracurricular. The Loyola contingent here tonight. So far, not a lot for them to cheer about. Trevians lead it 2-0. The draw off the boards. John Eichelberger. Eichelberger fed it out the center ice. Danny Lutz. Lutz into the zone. No, offside. Eichelberger brought it in offside. A lot of time left in this one. Early in the second period, Trevians leading it 2-0. Paul Benjamin and Dan Lutz with the goals. Adam Walsh. Walsh feeds it ahead. Ran into traffic and held in the zone by the Ramblers. Bouncing puck. Brought to the near side. Fed ahead for Dodge Daverman, and by Dodge Daverman. Nobody there now. Daverman gets it again. Cleared out to the point. And the Ramblers clear it to center ice. Little 2-on-1 break, a 2-on-2 break. Back behind the goal, left there by Bo Lemaire, near side, Dodge Daverman. Daverman up ahead. Of course, should try to keep it in the zone. Now out to center ice. Dan Lutz got blindsided. Had a bell rung a little bit. Picked up by Roger Lump. Lump back behind the goal. Lump over here to the near side. Dodge Daverman. The sophomore gets bumped. Now near side. Matt O'Connor, freshman Matt O'Connor, feeds it out to the point. There's the cranker, and Bo Lemaire grabs it and holds on. Face-off coming up right down here in front of us. Little delay in the action. Line change time. Loyola didn't get a chance to finish their line change. And we're set now. Near side, and Dudek put it to the corner. Jeff Davidson strong arms it to the far side. And frozen there underneath Jeff Davidson. The draw back to the point, the shot, the save, and held on by Bo Lemaire. The face-off goes back to the point, the shot, and again Lemaire with the save with Eric Schnotala right on him. Offside at the face-off delayed things a little bit. Out to the point. The shot ran into traffic, wrapped around to the near side. Hagan O'Brien put it to the far side. Mark Bobby with it. He's bothered by Daverman and Parker. And with a little help, it's cleared out to center ice. And all the way down into the Ramblers' end. They'll wash off the icing. Somebody got a hold of it, touched it first. To the near side. And on that near side board, Rhett Wilmette. Trevians lead 2-0. Schnotala tried to drop pass it and couldn't do it. Schager on him. Out to the point, the shot, and Lemaire brings it up into the body. And both Bobby and Schnotala on him, but Lemaire able to hold on. The face-off coming up. Turnaround shot, just a little wide by Finley Brown. Roger Lump fed it to the far side, picked up by the Ramblers. Into the slot, now put to the corner. Shallow angle shot and the save. McHugh got it away. Mike McHugh now picked up. We got a penalty coming up on the Trevians for roughing, I believe, Paul Yoon. Yep, Paul Yoon, a minor for roughing. And Dave Cromer is not too pleased with that one. We'll have the face-off inside the Trevians' end. Shot right into traffic. Now picked up by the Trevians. Dan Lutz put it into the zone. Fed out ahead. Here come the Ramblers. Shellberg tried to center it, cleared back out to center ice. Cullinan put it to the far side. And now flipped into the zone, back behind the goal. Lemaire left it there. Roger Lump couldn't come up with it. Double teamed off the puck. A short shot, and I don't know if Lemaire got that or if it just deflected wide off somebody's stick. Cleared out to center ice, could have even gone off the post. Picked up by the Ramblers. Stolen away by Chris Duffy. Duffy will go to the corner. Cullinan got there first. Picked up by Lutz, and then Cullinan again has to retrieve it. Here come the Ramblers. Put it down into the zone. Lemaire, side of the net. Now to the near corner, and the Ramblers back to the point. Cullinan puts it back in deep. A little give-and-go attempt here, right into the slot. Nobody there, absolutely no one. The long shot from the point and the save out back to Kevin Carroll, and he put it to the far side boards. Pushed along there, now stolen away from Todd Bender and cleared by the Trevians, penalty killing. New Trier leads 2-0. Off the boards, off Dodge Daverman. McHugh knocked down Daverman, and The Trevian fans wanted a penalty there. Near side, Kevin Carroll's ridden into the boards heavily. Ben Daverman got the shot away, ran into traffic, back pass, blindsided. Now Parker with the shot. Oh, nice save, glove save by Bob Deppish. And that may have been headed wide, but no chances, and Bob Deppish with the nice save on the shot headed to the glove side. Deppish able to get the glove on it on the shot from Brad Parker, as Parker came up with that blind pass from Ben Daverman. Cleared out to center ice. Lump ahead for John Eichelberger. The freshman gets it into the zone, near side. Picked up by Hagan O'Brien and Rock Dudek. Dudek strong arms his way ahead. Put it into the Trevians' end. Wrapped around to the near side. Hamu put it back behind the goal. Yoon just on following the penalty, the expiration of the penalty. John Eichelberger got it ahead, and they'll freeze the puck right at the blue line, right in front of the Loyola bench. The face-off is flipped into the zone. Lemaire left it there. Put it to the corner now. Popped free by the Trevians. Eichelberger tried to get it out to center ice, didn't do so. Samus to Vender. Vender into the slot. The shot and save by Bo Lemaire on the quick shot by Mike McHugh. And the save by Bo Lemaire. The Ramblers pressing the Trevians. And Bo Lemaire's been up to the task here. Face off. No, we won't get that. They chased them out of there. Mender with the shot to save. Rebound and another save by Lemaire. And now after the play, some pushing and shoving going on. And we're going to get some penalties out of this one. Oh, Samus just hit the linesman. That'll get him a seat in the box. And Bo Lemaire had the puck all the way. Oh, yeah. How about that funny little black thing? Greg Stankiewicz skates over. Paul Yoon will go sit again, and Mike Samus. And the face-off will move out. The face-off is put to the near side and now fed out to center ice and back into the Trevians' end. Parker wraps it around and out to the point, held in. Centered, and a puck that I think was going to go wide, but Lemaire took no chances and held on. While we have a break in the action, let's take a break in the action. This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network, and we'll be back with more hockey in a moment. Welcome back. The draw controlled by the Trevians, wrapped around to the far side. Trier Trevians green in their blue uniforms, their away uniforms. Cleared out to center ice, all the way down into the Ramblers' end. The Ramblers having trouble getting it out of the zone. They've done everything right in some ways here tonight, except put it in the net. Back behind the goal line, Trevians have it again. Cleared ahead. Out to the point. Rock Dudek's shot ran into traffic. Dudek, bouncing puck. Trier's really done an excellent job. We got a penalty back behind the play, coincidental minors for, I believe, high sticking, roughing or slashing, one of them, something like that. High stickings. Coincidental minors for high sticking. The face-off is cleared to center ice, put back down into the zone. Lemaire left it there. Chris Duffy had his pocket pick. Kyle Schellberg didn't have his stick down. Mika Todd Vender didn't have his stick down. It was Schellberg. I was right the first time. Back behind the goal line. Lemaire left it again. Wraps it around to the near side. Jamie Crowley. Chris Duffy, nearly second time I've called him by the wrong name. Into the slot. A shot, a save! Oh, man! And again, a bump out of harm's way. But Lemaire able to hold it. Todd Vender and Kyle Schellberg both standing there at the doorstep. Bo Lemaire able to hold on. And a face-off coming up. It'll occur on that far side. The face-off controlled by the Ramblers. Shallow angle shot, and I think it went off the side of the net. O'Connor tried again to center it, and the Trevians were there to put it out of harm's way. Ben Daverman slides it along the boards, up ahead for Ross Schauger. Schauger cleared it ahead and underled the pass, and that'll be icing against the Trevians. The end of this period has been all Loyola. All except the score. The Ramblers pressing to get on the board here in the second period. The Loyola fans getting on Paul Yoon a little bit, which is just as well because the New Trier fans are on Bob Deppish over on the other end of the ice, the Rambler goalie. Off a skate. Now the shot by McHugh and the save by Lemaire. Todd Vender, he got bumped near side. Finley Brown took the man, the puck back to the point. The shot ran into traffic out front. Actually hit his own player, Mike McHugh. McHugh a little anxious there. And in obvious pain, he got hit right in the small of the back by that shot from the Rambler defense. The stoppage of play called by a Rambler player being injured. So the face-off will move outside the blue line. These teams have one more opportunity of meeting. They could double back and meet once more for the second year in a row down at the United Center for the state championship. Duffy cleared it out to center ice, and the Ramblers put it into the zone, picked up by Brad Parker. Parker up ahead, the Trevians bounce it off the boards, held in the zone by the Ramblers. Centering attempt by Samus, and he couldn't quite do it. Loose puck, Bobby tried to get it away, and that didn't work either. Out to the point. Flicked ahead, held in the zone by the Ramblers. On that near side boards, they still battle for it there. Continue to battle for it. Duffy tries to push it out of the zone, and now as it squirts into the slot, Brad Parker got it out to center ice. Back into the new Trier end. Bo Lemaire warns Dodge Daverman there was a man behind him. Duffy got it out to the point. The shot was deflected, put to the side. Schellberg labeled the man. Head down. There's a shot from the slot. The high slot and a save by Lemaire. Backhanded by the Trevians out of the zone all the way down. And that'll be icing again against New Trier. Face-off will come right down here in front of us. The face-off. Squirt, a little backhander. That's wide. Schnotala. Number 1 ranked Ramblers. Pressing the Trevians. A shot from the point and a save by Lemaire. That's Kevin Keaty. Kevin, the goalie with the state champions last year for the Ramblers. I noticed Bill Lusso, the leading scorer for the Ramblers last year, up there in the crowd with him. Eric Schnotala now cleared out to center ice by the Trevians. Back to the Ramblers end of things. Cleared out to center ice. Double clutch. 1 minute to play here in the period. A little push and shove going on. Near side now into the zone. Schnotala centered it. Just a little overled. Picked up by Schager. Schager clears it out to the point. Held in the zone. And then out to center ice. Schager tries to get through the man. Didn't do so. Schnotala put it back to center ice. Todd Bender skated him off. Now Schnotala over here to the near side. Leahy puts it in deep. Back behind the goal, and an attempt at centering was broken up by the Trevians. Back to the point. There's a shot, ran into traffic. Heavy action going on there in the slot. Picked up by O'Connor. Deflected out to the point. There's the shot, and we lose a puck out of the rink. Lose a puck and gain a face-off. Crowley and Schnotala having a few words. And Schager and Bender also. Schnotala still giving Crowley a piece of his mind, but Jamie Crowley is not saying a word. I don't see. I didn't see him say anything. Now the face-off will take place on the near side. Inside the Trevians end. The latter part of this period has been all Loyola as far as the action goes, but they have not put it into the goal. The face-off, now there's a shot, the save, And Bobby all over Lemaire, the whistle and the stoppage with a second left. And Bobby just literally slid right onto Bo Lemaire. And Lemaire lost his helmet again. 1 second left to play here in the period. And a quick line change by the Trevians while they argue, and I guess the Ramblers want the referee to check to see if we've lost some time, that there should be more time left in the period than just one tick of the clock. They are satisfied, and we're ready to go to finish off this second period. That'll do it. At the end of the second period of play here on the Metro Chicago Sports Network, the score is the new Trier Trevians green team 2 and the Loyola Ramblers 0. We'll be back with the third period of the Scholastic Cup in just a moment here on the Metro Chicago Sports.
You're watching high school hockey on Metro Chicago Sports Network.
Hi everybody, I'm John Kelly. Thanks for watching the Metro Chicago Sports Network, and make sure to stay tuned to more high school hockey.
This is the Metro Chicago Sports Network, all set to get underway. 2-0, Trevians lead it as we start the third period of tonight's action. The draw is into the Ramblers' end, cleared back and offside against New Trier. Rock Dudek cleared ahead. Schnotala cleared back out to center ice. And that's icing. The draw is on that far side. Dodge Diverman, Jamie Crowley. Crowley up in the air. Schager knocked it down. Now Jamie Crowley. Crowley cranks it and boomed it wide. Out to the point, held in by Brad Parker. Oh, Clancy lowered the boom on Hagan O'Brien. Schager. Near side. Now O'Brien back with Parker. Yoon out to the point. Bobby kept it in the zone. Over behind the goal. Yoon put it to the far side. And not out. Schnotala, he got bumped off. Picked up by Paul Yoon. This has really been the case for Loyola. If that number one line doesn't score, there's no one who can pick up the slack. New Trier has a number of lines that can score for them. And they have been doing that. The face-off is taken by the Ramblers. They shot wide. The whistle on the stoppage of play. Net was dislodged. Now there's the shot, the save. Eichelberger. Fed out ahead. Here come the Trevians. Lutz. Back behind the goal. Lutz centers it. Shot a goal! John Eichelberger puts it home. John Eichelberger with the goal, and assisted Danny Lutz. The draw, and it's 3-0 New Trier into this zone. Kevin Carroll, and it dribbles along the blue line. Flipped back out, picked up by Jeff Davidson. And along the boards there now, we lose the puck. Face-off coming up. Put in the zone by Leahy. Bolomere, far side. Here come the Trevians again, out of the zone. Loyola letting them break out. Put into the corner. Kevin Carroll, he got bumped off on the near side. Kicked along a little bit, out to the point, held in by the Trevians. And a weak little shot in the save with Aaron and Paul Benjamin right there on Bob Deppish. For the size of the crowd, the noise level here has not been exceedingly loud. They can be. Both Loyola and New Trier fans can be rather vociferous. They are not tonight. The draw back to the point, the shot and the save. On a quick shot right off the face-off. The draw, Schager, picked away, cleared out to center ice. Here comes Eric Schnotala. No, Trevians got there first. Paul Yoon beat Schnotala to the puck. Cleared back into the Rambler end of things. John Paul LaCourcia. Schager tied him up. Now Schnotala. Eric Schnotala crosses the red line, the blue line. Their big gun. Meanwhile, back behind the play, we have a whistle and a penalty to LaCourcia for slashing. John Paul LaCourcia, a minor for slashing. And that's the sort of penalty you don't need when you're down by 3 goals. With about 10 minutes, a little more than 10 minutes left to play, well, about 11 minutes rather, left to play here in the period. Third period. The face-off. Dudek. Dudek puts it into the zone. Now Brad Parker. Parker. John Eichelberger sets it up. Give and go back to Eichelberger. Eichelberger tried to squeeze by the man. Now Danny Lutz. Lutz. Center right in front. Shot a goal! Dodge Daverman. And afterwards, a little pushing and shoving. Dudek and Eichelberger on it. Dodge Daverman with the goal. And it's 4-0. And we'll have some coincidental minors thrown in on the end of this for I want to say high sticking. And meanwhile, Loyola's going to take their timeout. The new Trier Trevians green team on top 4-0 at 10:33 left to play in the period, and the timeout taken so that they can put the Ramblers are going to put in Miles Balestridis. Balestridis is now in goal for the Ramblers. The Ramblers taking their time, getting back to the face-off. And now Greg Stankiewicz over to urge them along here. A serious upset in the making, as it were, although I wouldn't call it much of an upset. Number one versus number two, and number two winning, but certainly New Trier showing why they were number one in the division coming out of the playoffs, leading 4-0 over number one ranked and the first number one ranked and division champion Loyola Gold here. Green leading at 4-0. Ramblers with the puck on the near side, cleared out to center ice, up ahead for Todd Vender. Vender tried to find the man. Turnaround shot. That was in a little too deep. Danny Lutz tried to come up with it. Now Vender gave it back to Matt O'Connor. Matt O'Connor is bumped off, and they push it along on the boards on the near side. Schellberg in with a little extra push. Cleared out and beyond the blue line. Dudek puts it back into the zone. Lemaire left it there. Picked up by the Trevians. Trevians on the breakout. Moving it up ahead. Picked away. Vender cleared to center ice. Trevians put it back in. Delay offside. Cullinan. Sean Cullinan off his own man. Cullinan will chase it down and bring it up across the red line and then put it into the Trevians end. Adam Walsh. Walsh up ahead. The pass over led. Now LaCourcia to the far side and at the red line, put to the Trevian blue line, and then picked up again by the Loyola Ramblers, and they backhanded into the far corner. Roger Lump. Now it's picked up by Mark Bobby off a skate. Trevians bring it out and clear to the red line. The Trevians help it along the rest of the way into the Loyola end. Rock Dudek doesn't have a stick, and now some pushing and shoving. Oh, little extra punch thrown in there. Dudek and Jeff Davidson, and we're going to get some penalties on the end of this one as well. You can see this one coming. Loyola beginning to get stung a little bit. And coincidental penalties on coming up. Trevians might get an extra one out of this. I think that's what the issue is here. Richard gets the extra penalty. Jeff Davidson with the extra penalty. That be the case. 8:41 to play. Trevians lead at 4-0. Faceoff moves outside the zone. Todd Vender. Now cleared back out. Velostridis left it there. Picked up by Cullinan. Vender. Now Todd Vender picks it up again and puts it into the Trevians end. Brad Parker. Parker along the boards, now cleared by Ben Daverman. Back into the Loyola end. Ramblers with it. Cullinan fed it ahead for Todd Vender. Vender put it into the zone. Back behind the goal line, picked up by Brad Parker. Parker puts it around the boards out to the point. Held in by LaCourcia, just on the line change. Matt O'Connor, he got bumped off. The Ramblers into the slot. The shot by Vender and the save by Lemaire. Now the puck in the corner. Todd Vender tried to center it. Now wrapped around to the near side. And on that near side board, right in front of the new Trevian faithful. The long shot, the save, the rebound, and a save by Lemaire. Boy, Bo Lemaire has been sensational tonight. And the face-off coming up. Now they didn't put a man in the box, and that's the delay. New Trier didn't put a man in the box. Here come the Trevians back the other way. New Trier. Danny Lutz, the shot, a goal! Dan Lutz with the goal, and it's 5-0 New Trier. Nothing New Trier. Cleared out to center ice. Now picked up by Kevin Carroll. The shot by Mark Bobby. Now the Trevians have it. They lift it and out of the rink. They lose a puck and gain a faceoff. New Trier Trevians lead it 5-0. The draw controlled by New Trier back behind the goal line. Now the Trevians clear it to the far side, out to the point. O'Rourke with the shot and the save, and ran into traffic out front in the slot. And the Trevians clear it out to center ice. Meanwhile, some pushing and shoving going on back behind the play. Flipped ahead. Now the Trevians put it into the zone. Rock Dudek. Dudek put it to the far side, cleared ahead. O'Rourke, he couldn't get it out of the zone, ran it right into traffic to the side of the net. The shot didn't quite work. And now held on by Balistritis for the whistle on the stoppage of play. And all that action going on all over the place. Lots going on out there on the ice right now. Face-off coming up. On that far side. DJ LeVar seems rather sedate, being down by 5 goals late in the third period. Jamie Crowley back behind the goal line. Todd Vender, Roger Lump, and now picked up by Tim Leahy, near side. Back by Kevin Farrell for Leahy, and he wasn't there. Kevin Carroll has it on the near side, fed it ahead, and overlet it to center ice. Roger Lump gave it to Paul Yoon. Yoon puts it into the zone on the backhand. Balistritis left it there, near side. Jamie Crowley, Dodge Daverman. Up ahead, here comes Todd Vender. He's seen a lot of action late in this game, and that looked like a hold to me. Grab hold of the face mask, it looked like almost Paul Yoon. There's a shot, and this save, a quick little shot on the backhander by Vender on the near side. And have a broken stick out there. Trevians with the puck. Cross the red line, put it in the zone. Trevians are content now to skate around with that lead. A big lead now for the New Trier Trevians. Eichelberger, the short shot to save. Of course, the way things are going, they might just want to get some more. Oh, just a little wide, a little backhander by Eichelberger. John Eichelberger put it into the slot. And out comes Balistritis to grab and hold on. And again, some tying up action in the slot. I'm not sure if that's anything to be concerned about or not. Didn't look like it, perhaps. The face-off wrapped around to the near side. O'Rourke. And we lose a puck and gain a face-off. And it'll move outside the zone. New Trier knocked it out. Into the zone, the bouncing puck. Balistritis let it go by. O'Rourke Paul Benjamin. The shot, just wide. Out to the point. Delay offside. Now Dudek. Rock Dudek cranks it and pulled out of the air by Bo Lemaire. There's a shot and a save right off the face-off. Cleared up in the air, bouncing puck, picked up by the Ramblers just to get it out of harm's way, but the Trevians still get it into the zone. Cullinane dropped past it to the near side. McHugh off the boards out to center ice, intended for Finley Brown, and the Trevians put it back into the zone. Kevin Carroll. Schauger had his pocket picked. And now cleared the length of the ice. That's going to be icing. And it is. And there it is, the Scholastic Cup. Face-off coming up. Then to the point now. We start to smell the gold. Leahy put it to the far side. Ramblers are the defending champions. New Trier has not won the Scholastic Cup, although they have been in the Scholastic Cup finals 3 years in a row now. They have not won it since 1984. Kyle Schellberg tried to dipsy-doodle around the man into the corner. Schellberg working hard, and John Eichelberger really was putting some weight into those shots of his on Schellberg. Picked up by Vender now. Todd Vender overled the pass. The Trevians clear it out to center ice, put back into the zone. O'Connor the long shot, and the save by Lemaire, third to center ice. And then the Ramblers help it in the rest of the way. Brad Parker. Parker with the puck. Davidson, now the Trevians get it out to the point, and now to center ice. Leahy, as some of the fans start making for the exits here. 5-0, New Trier leads. Winding down the game here. Picked up by Davidson. Over to that far side. Into the slot, Mark Bobby. Now the Trevians put it deep, wrapped around to that far side. And the puck dribbles to the New Trier point, but the Ramblers got it there. Now cleared into the zone. Off of body, Aaron Benjamin. And Samus and Benjamin are pushing on each other, and I think we got coincidental penalties. Aaron Benjamin and Mike Samus are going to go sit. Minute 3 left to play in the third period. The face-off on the near side. And they're still pushing and shoving. We got some penalties coming up right here. Cullinane and Schauger. I don't think it really should have been Schauger. I think it really should have been Cullinane and Hamu, but they're going to call it on Schauger. The face-off up on the dasher boards. Now picked up. Here comes O'Brien. O'Brien backhands it into the zone. O'Brien makes a mad chase for it. Picked up by Roger Lump instead. Cleared out to the point. Now to the corner. Yoon bumped the man off the puck, then put it to the near side boards. Chris Duffy. And he got bumped off. Up ahead, Mike Hamu. Hamu cranks it and boomed it wide. Jamie Crowley back behind the boards near side, now wrapped around to the far side. Cleared to center ice, and the Trevians rag it down. And that's it. The new Trier Trevians are Scholastic Cup champions, defeating Loyola Gold 5-0.